Hi there. In this video, we are going to build 3 types of preloader in React.js. First one, this green bars built using a React loading library. In this library, there are lots of options available like balls, cubes, spokes, etc. Let's try another one. Just change its type from bars to balls. And we are getting it. Let me show you the second type of preloader. This is one of my favorite. This is built using a react-lottie library and animation files from lottiefiles.com. Let's see the third one, which is built using a simple CSS without any library, loading text and one spinner. I have already created my React app. Let's install library that we need. Go to your project directory, npm install. First one is React loading and the second one is react-lottie. Let's start our React server by typing npm start. And our app is up and running. Let's clear this app.js file and keep the header section. Create one component folder where we will put our components. Create preloader1.js. Just write preloader1 and import this file in app.js. And it's working. Here I'm using a JSON placeholder API to show how we can use a placeholder when using an API. Let's create two states. One is to store data and another is a boolean for loading preloaders. Keep data state to an empty array and done state to undefined. Now when we get data from API, then set data state with JSON data and after that set done state to true, which means data is loaded. Let's go to the React loading package to see how we can use it. First of all, import React loading. After that, let's import this line. Set its type and color. And it's working. Now instead of this green color, let's change it to more brighter color like this one. We want to render this component only when done state is false. So we will set condition that when the done state is false, then load preloader else display all the data. To display data, map that data from a data state. From the data state, we are getting all post. Let's display post.title in the li tag. Let me use console.log here so that you can see what type of data that we are getting from this API. Now inside this fetch URL, remove /1 because we need all post data, not just one post. It is working, but so far so we couldn't see it. As you can see in the console, we are getting an array of objects and each object contains data of post like ID, user ID, body, title, etc. In the use effect, let's add set timeout function so that we can see the preloader for more time. Set time to 2 seconds. Now we can see it and it's working great. Now copy this whole code and create a new file for the next type of preloader, which is preloader2.js. Paste it here. Remove React loading because we don't need it. Keep data state as it is. Add two more states. One is for loading and another is completed. Both of these states will have boolean values. Remove set done state and instead of that, set loading state to true, which means data is loaded. Let's add timeout function here and set its time to 1 second. Set completed state to true in this function. Doing this, we will able to see that success animation. Now let's download JSON data for both of the animations. Click on download button and click 𝐿ottie JSON. Move both of these files inside the src folder. Let's see the usage of a react-lottie library. Copy these two lines. One is to import library and another is to import animation files. Change this name to location and import a word location file. Do the same for another animation file. Copy this default options. We need two default options because we are using two different files. Set animation data to location.default for first file and do the same for the second file. Let's copy this component call from here and paste it inside of our code. Set options to default options 1. We don't need is stopped and is paused, so I'm just removing this. Save this and import it inside the app.js file. I think I forgot to change its name and sorry for that. Let's change it. And it's working. Let's add another file with a condition that if loading state is false, then render location file, else render the another file which shows the success animation. You just have to change the options to default option 2 for the second file. Save this. And it's working great. Now main thing, if we are using these animations, we have to see its Creative Commons license. It shows that in order to use this, we have to give appropriate credit to the creator of this file. So let's do that. In the H6 tag, create one link and write earth animation done by the Chris Gannon on 𝐿ottie files. copy this link of the creator profile and paste it in the href attribute. Here I am using inline styling to show this line at the bottom of the page. Do the same for the another creator. Now our second type of preloader is completed. Let's build the third one. Copy this whole code from here. Create a preloader3.js file. And paste it here. Change the file name from preloader2 to preloader3. Let's remove the extra code which we don't need. We are just changing the loading component. Now instead of this, add a div with the class spinner and add a loading text inside this span tag. Add one more div element with the house-spinner class. In here, create one div with the class name completed and add a success symbol. Here I am using a Unicode of that symbol, which is ampersand hash x2713 and semicolon. Save this and import it in the app file. It's working now. Let's add some CSS. Create one CSS file and import it inside of preloader3.js. Now in the CSS file, create one simple box for spinner. Keep its width and height to 300 pixels. Display flex and justify content to center. Also align items to center. For now, let's keep the background color to red. And for the loading text, Increase its font size to 2 rem and let's create animation for it. It looks good. Let's create that half spinner. To show whole spinner as a half, we can set border top to transparent. Now let's add animation. And it's working. Add little padding here. Add some styling and animation for success symbol. And now it's working great. Our preloader is completed. Using these methods, you can create a different types of preloader component as per your requirements. That's the end of this video. Give a thumbs up if you liked this video and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.